What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Going to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. It's Friday, y'all. We are live. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. All right, cool. So we're going to be looking at EJ. We're looking at GA. Put my stop loss. This will be a decent stop loss. Not going to do anything crazy. What's going on, y'all? All right. All right, cool. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, so there's a few setups that we might be jumping into soon. There's a couple setups. All right, cool. Yeah, so there's a few setups we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the JPY pairs. We're going to be looking at GA. And I think this EA also, but EA is kind of a little bit farther than GA. So we might be able to jump into GA on time. So we're going to write this up as well. That should be a decent stop loss. A4, you say A4, 55. Yeah, we'll say A4, 55. So let me write this up. It's Friday, y'all. Last day of the month, last day of the quarter. A4, 55. 55. Yes, we might be entering these soon. Yes, we might be entering GA soon. I do like how that's looking. Yeah, so we're going to be looking for gold setups. We're going to be looking for indices setups. And then we're going to be looking for a couple JPY pair setups. Yeah, but I like GA right here. Yeah, so we might jump into this soon. I like this rejection wick right here. So I'm going to write this trade idea up. Those just jumping in, we have not entered any trades yet. This is just a trade idea. When we do enter something, go ahead and click that first link. That way you'll be notified. You'll have all the details in there for the trade we do enter. But for right now, we're just chilling and patiently waiting. there are a few things we might jump into soon. That's why. Let me see. Yeah, so we're climbing up some imbalances on the JPY pairs on the daily time frame. So, well, not on here. Well, no. So I'm looking at CJ. It's interesting. So I'm looking at a few pairs right now. Yeah, so I'm going to be looking for buys on the JPY pairs still. I'm just looking at the charts right now because we do have some news. So I'm just trying to see I'm trying to determine, like, is there any possible place that price could retrace? So that's what I'm looking for right now. But I'm still going to be looking for buys regardless. Like, we've been in buys all week. I don't know if I like this level. Yeah, so those are retracements. So we're going to let those retrace. I have no issue with the retracement right now, actually, because like I said, we do have news at the start of New York. So that kind of will work out in our favor if price retraces now. And that way it'll be kind of ready for us later on, if that makes sense. It'll make a little bit more sense as the day goes by. But we're going to pay attention to GA right now because I like this right here. 8495. That's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and post this disclaimer. This is your first time on the stream. Welcome. I do appreciate giving this channel a chance. We're looking at GA right now. There's a few other pairs we're looking at, but we're going to focus on GA right now because it's the main one that's at an ideal entry. So that's the one we're going to pay attention to right now. New 5-minute digit start. So we're going to wait for this 5 minute to end in the next 15 minutes. But I do like GA right here. So we might be entering this soon. Yeah, we're going to be looking for buys still. Yeah, so I'm just scrolling through my pairs really quick. Just taking a look at some things. All right. So we're going to look at AJ too. Go mark this off. Yeah, so we're just waiting for the next candlestick. Not jumping any trades yet. Just patiently waiting. There are a few setups I like though, but we're just waiting for a few more confirmations. These are just trade ideas right now. I just like to have my stuff visually marked up so I know what I'm looking for and what I'm looking at. I'm not going to target that yet. I'm going to target that right there. Yeah, so we got a couple minutes left to this 15. So we're going to pay attention to GA, EA, and then a couple of the JPY pairs. Hey, what's going on, Lero? What's going on, Michael? Taking first last trades today with small. Okay. Do you know what your game plan is today? Okay. Want any advice? I got you. All right. I got you. Give me 1 second. First, I'm going to drop a video, and this isn't just for you. This is for anyone. I recommend anyone watch this. Let me find that video first, since I want to talk about it. So there's a few videos I suggest watching. So I'm gonna drop a couple of those right now for you while we wait. So what I would suggest is with the $75 account, don't trade any indices I call out or any indices in general. So that's like NAS, US30, SPX, GBPJPY. Don't enter any of those. With a $75 account, I'd only enter. I wouldn't enter gold either. I wouldn't enter gold unless I have like at least like $150 or $200 account. So you can still trade currency pairs. But one thing you have to do with the smaller account is definitely what you should always do. So this will just help build good habits for a bigger account anyways, is before you enter any trade, you need to figure out how many pips the stop loss is. All right, because how many pips your stop loss is going to determine what your lot size is. Obviously, with the $75 account, I wouldn't really suggest going past, like, depending on the currency pair, like a 0.02, to be honest. But I'll just do 0.01s just to start off with, to be honest, so you can get used to seeing the numbers on your screen, and just so you're not risking too much of your account per trade. So that's what I would suggest. Don't try to, go big or go home. Just worry about getting reps in and slowly growing that account, because if you can manage a small account, you'll be able to manage a bigger account. That's how I see it. So that's what I would just say. Don't try to rush. Don't enter too many trades at once. I wouldn't suggest entering more than like 2 trades at once, especially if one trade's in drawdown. But yeah, I wouldn't even go past like 0.02s. And yeah, so strictly currency pairs. Don't trade anything else. So that's what I would suggest. I'm gonna drop a few other videos throughout the stream. But that'd be like the first suggestion, and it's no rush, you know what I'm saying? It's no rush. All right, so new 15 just started. Yeah, so I'm liking GA still. I'm looking at these other pairs. They're not going to be ready for us yet. The JPY pair looking like they're doing the retracement, what I was just talking about, which is no problem. Because like I said, I'm looking for buys regardless. If the price retraces and goes down here, I'm simply just going to look for a buy right here. Does not change my my biases at all. It just will change my entry point. That's literally it. So I'm not worried about that. Because like I said, we don't control the markets. We simply just got to watch the markets, see what they're trying to do, where they're trying to go. And once we determine that, we just wait for price to go to that price level, because we know what we're looking for. We know we're looking for buys or sells. So we're just going to patiently wait for price to break above or below the certain price level, and then we're going to go from there. Delete. Yep, so that's what we're doing here. Same thing with gold. We went for a gold sell, broke above this level, so we might be looking for buys again. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to go for buys unless it breaks below that level again. So if it breaks above, I would like to see it break above 1986 and look for buys there. I'd feel more comfortable looking for buys above that level. So that's why I like to see price break above before news, but we'll see. So I was talking about news. We do got news. So we got some news at 5 a.m. We got CPI for the euro. And then at 8:30, we got GDP for the Canadian pairs. And then core price index for the USD pairs. Then at 9:45, we got Chicago PMI. And then 10 a.m., we got consumer sentiment. Then at 11 a.m., we got Lagarde speaking for the euro pairs. And then 10 p.m. doesn't matter. So the main news we need to pay attention to is 5 a.m. just in case, and then 8:30 a.m. for at least the main pairs I like to trade, which would be gold indices. And usually when there's high impact news for USD pairs, it usually affects most of the pairs I mess with. So it's going to be an interesting Friday. Nonetheless, right now we're just patiently waiting for setups. Let's go back to GA. Good thing I said let's go back to GA because that thing just flew up. Yeah, so we're going to enter this. Not right now because it just broke this level. So we're going to see it's going to retrace a little bit. That's a good sign. We was just talking about that. I just wanted to, let me look to the left a little bit because it just broke this level. Yeah, it broke right through these highs right here. That thing exploded a little rough. So I wanted to retrace a little bit. It did just break this level. I want to see it retrace a little bit. Just a little bit. But I do like this. Yeah, I think it ripped a little farther than I wanted it to. We was just talking about this on yesterday's stream. Literally, we switched pairs for like 10 seconds. Actually, it was more like 30 seconds. Let's retrace a little bit more. Yeah, it's still trying to pump up. It's going to retrace a little bit. I got a number in my head. I wanted to retrace a few pips down. That's what I'm waiting for. Retrace it a few pips down. We're going to enter this. 8505. Yeah, I like this. So it could retrace a little bit more. I like this right here. Dang, that thing's trying to pump up. So if it retraces, I'm going to post it. That thing ripped a little too hard. It might retrace the next 15. Was not expecting to rip that hard. That does happen sometimes. We saw this happen on another pair we're looking at, like either Wednesday or Tuesday. That does happen though. I'll look at these other pairs really quick. See this retracing. Yeah, that thing ripped down. That thing's ripping down. Yeah, that thing exploded too hard out that thing broke out too hard. So we're simply just gonna wait for a retracement. We're not gonna chase this trade. It jumped out too far because we want to enter down here. I was waiting for price to break this level because we see last time price hit this height, it rejected, tried again, rejected. Even here, rejected the same level, did the retest, then that thing exploded out. So this does happen sometimes, but for the most part, it doesn't happen this rough. It could be because it's Friday, who knows? But that does happen sometimes. So we're simply just going to wait for a retracement because we're not going to enter off that candlestick. Granted, if we would have entered, it would be blue, but if it would have retraced, it would be in more drawdown than if we would just wait for the initial entry. So I'm just going to chill on that. And we're going to wait for retracement. And if it doesn't retrace, we're just going to enter at the next entry point. That's simple. Especially with GBP pairs, because there's a lot of pips. And, 10, 15 pips might not seem like a lot, but it makes a difference. So we're going to wait for retracement on that. See if it retraces the next candlestick. Or even the next 5 minutes. We'll see. But this thing broke to that level more. I was expecting price to break out, not that aggressively. But also, he wasn't on this chart. We was looking at something else. So that was my fault at the same time. But it's all good. Ain't the first time we missed an entry on stream. At least I know my analysis was correct. So we're just going to look at some other pairs while that's doing this thing. Yeah, so we're going to pay attention to JPY pairs as well. We're going to see if GA is going to retrace the next candlestick while these JPY pairs are retracing. So we're just going to lower these down here. Again, this kind of works out for us because they have been pumping all week, literally. Like I don't think I posted that screenshot, and I posted it on my story. It might still be on my story, but I posted the screenshot in the advanced play signal room. But literally, well, it'll make more sense by going EJ. I had like 4 or 5 positions open from Tuesday, the initial buy off EJ. And that thing's just been literally just climbing up all week. So I kind of want to see some retracement because I still want to go for buys. But if we go on the daily time frame, it's literally just green candlesticks all week. And we've been just catching the entire daily candlesticks basically all week on the JPY pairs. We're going to go over how we did this week and yesterday also in a second. Yeah, that would have been a nice move right there. But it's all good. Not tripping too much about that because we're still up for the week. And there's going to be more opportunities to come. So I'm not tripping about that. That's another thing too. Another tip, not just for you, but I'm just referring back to you because you asked about any advice. Don't chase trades or entries. If you missed the ideal entry, do not chase because one of the most annoying experiences in trading is knowing you should wait, but you don't wait because of FOMO or basically FOMO. So you end up chasing trade or entering at a later position just to see price retrace back to where you wanted to see price retrace to. And it literally feels like it's not the case, but it literally feels like it only does that when you don't patiently wait. But that's not the case. It just, you notice it more when it happens. So yeah, I have no issue missing out on a trade like that. Especially because a few things. It's Friday and we're up for the week extremely. And we're about to show that right now. Let me catch on this really quick before we do that. I'm gonna put this on the screen though. while we look at these JPY. Whoops, let me delete that. I had that thing written up too. That was my fault though. I should have stayed on that screen. I don't know why I switched off. But what about minis? That I don't use any brokers that have minis. I know about them. I've heard of them, but I don't use any brokers that use mini lot sizes, so I can't really speak on that. So I can't really speak on that because I don't know much about that. I know with minis you can, but even on a $75 account, I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't do that. That's what I would just say. I would just say keep it simple. Minis, I'm not sure about, to be honest. You would have to play around on a demo with that and try to figure that out on your own. Like I said, I do got a video on my channel titled How to Count Pips, so that'll help you out a little bit. But yeah, just play on a demo, figure out the pips, figure out the kind of lot size you need, and then also determine if you even took a trade, even using a mini, would you be risking more than 5% of your account? If you're risking more than 5% of your account, just wait till your account grows, or until you can put more funds in it, or until you can get a try to do a funded challenge. Because like I said, you can make the same amount of money on a currency pair trade than you make on an index. Only reason why people don't think that is because they be growing accounts quick or flipping accounts, trading indices. But these account flips are people over leveraging like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff you see online is kind of unrealistic. Like my account flip challenge compared to other account flip challenges, I'm pretty sure from the ones I've even seen, it's not as I'm still aggressive and I'm still growing the account good, which I show y'all. By the way, part two I dropped last week. I think it was last week. But even with that, even with me not over leveraging and still risking moderately, in 2 weeks I still doubled the account. So you can still flip your account without over leveraging or doing some crazy stuff. And again, most of the trades I took, as y'all saw, was currency pair trades. Granted, maybe I took like 2 SPX trades and a few gold trades. But most of the trades I took were currency pair trades. Like you can make literally the same amount that you make off of indices off a currency pair. It's all about proper risk management and calculating your lot size. That's literally all it comes down to. So don't let that fool you. People think you can make more simply because if you have a smaller account, it will grow quicker simply just because indices are made for bigger accounts. That's just simply to put it. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a bigger account, it all comes back down to percentages, just like with currency pairs. You know what I'm saying? So like if you have a $200 account and you're trading NAS, of course you're going to be able to triple your account or double your account in one day. But if you have $1,000 or $5,000 account, that same amount you would have made on a $200 account, it's not going to double your account. You know what I'm saying? And that's simply because you're over leveraging or risking way more than you should off one trade. That's all it comes down to. But yeah, but the minis, I'm not going to speak on. I'm only going to speak on stuff that I know. I'm not going to talk out. I'm going to just talk the talk. So I don't know anything about those. So I can't really talk about that. So EN is rejecting, pushing up. Still holding his bullish momentum, just struggling to break through this level of traffic to the left. This way, planning to do only 0.01 lot sizes and looking to secure minimum 5% per day. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Let me pull out my calculator really quick. Because again, you can trade with any account size. Like you literally, $50 and up is all you need, especially when you're first starting. It's actually better, like I said, to start with smaller accounts than putting a lot of your money in. in the beginning because you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And with mistakes comes, money loss. That's just part of the game. But, that's why I started this. And that's just another reason to add on to the list to help people avoid some of the things that, some of the hardships and struggles, especially in the beginning. Because I'm telling you, I used to blow accounts weekly, every other day. I used to blow an account, then the next day, fill it back up with money, blow it 2 days later, fill it up again. Next paycheck I got, put money in my account again, blow it that week. And this was when I was working like 2 jobs while trading still. So the way I had it cycled, I was literally getting paid like every week because it was like, it was a 2 week, I was getting paid every 2 weeks, but the jobs, it was like the cycles were off. So every week was the other week or the second week for one of the jobs, and the next week was the second week for the other job. So I was getting paid every week from one of the jobs. And so yeah, like literally I'll just get my paycheck, put money in the account, blow it, get my other paycheck, put money in the account, blow it, blow it, blow it. And that's simply because one, I was learning a lot of things the hard way on my own, but also I was simply just trying to rush the process. That's all there is to it. And that's why I stress so much not to do that, because I've done it. So I already know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Times. Yeah. But that's definitely possible, still making 5% a day. You know what I'm saying? Definitely possible. And that's a good goal to have. That's not a crazy goal. And like I said, anything you do on a smaller account, anything you do on a demo account is literally the same thing with a larger account or funded account. All you're doing is simply just changing the lot size. That's simply it. But if you take that seriously and you're not just doing dumb stuff because you're like, it's just $75, or if you take that seriously, you're going to build good habits. But it's when people that use smaller accounts or demos that do dumb stuff. Like if you're on a demo account and you're putting 2 lots, but you're going to have, your example, a $75 account, that's stupid. Like, why are you practicing and putting these big lot sizes in? That's unrealistic to what you're even going to trade. Now, granted, if you're practicing for a funded account challenge, that's different. But you're simply just on a demo account and you're just, goofing off, putting random lot sizes that you're not even going to be putting on any account you use, especially your live accounts, you're really hurting yourself. And that's why people have such an opinion on demos, like, oh, it's not, you never really have that experience until, your money's on the line. Granted, that's true because you are going to feel slight pressure when you switch from a demo to a live, but it's literally just in your head. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Like, they use the same broker demo as your personal account. It's literally the same thing. All you're doing is just simply going to settings and switching your account from the demo to your live account. But everything you do in the demo, you do in the live account. It's that simple. It's only when you're not practicing properly that you struggle. You know what I'm saying? If you're goofing off on the demo, you're gonna see those same results on your live account. But if you're taking them seriously, you're gonna see those same results on your live account. It just comes down to mindset and attention. Yeah, but we're just chilling right now. We missed that one entry. It is what it is. It happens. You know what I'm saying? One thing I like to say when you miss an entry is, hey, you miss entries all the time. When you're done trading for the day, guarantee you miss some moves. If you took some trades, guarantee you're missing some other moves. If you're asleep, you're missing some moves. You know what I'm saying? So you're literally missing moves all the time, whether you know it or not. So not tripping too much. NAS just came down and retraced, hit that level. Man, so we took a US30 buy. Well, let's talk about that while we're waiting. I think I caught up to the comments. It was going on successful. I see you in here. So we took I talked about this with the members last night, but we took a US30. So we took our first loss of the week yesterday. So we're 15-1 for the week. Took the first loss. Went for a buy. Went for a buy over here. So all I did was just simply slide this over to the left. We went for a buy literally right here. We was looking at this on live because me and the members went live during New York session yesterday. Broke down a few things. We went for a buy here. Then literally retraced, hit our stop loss, then shot back up here. This was when market closed. Then during Tokyo session, ended up hitting a few of our TPs. So that's why I just slid this over to the left. But I was like, hey, that happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna be looking for based off what price did past couple of days, we're gonna be looking for buys. We could see some retracements, and we are currently on a super strong support resistance level when it comes to US30. Went over this with the members and the students yesterday. I actually still have some of this stuff marked off, as you can see, but we're going to go ahead and delete this stuff. So if you're not in the course, or if you're not I need to find a better term for it. If you're not part of the course community, or if you're not an advanced play signal room or student, you did not get this video. I didn't send this to the course. I broke down the lot on the live and the video that was recorded from the live. They're recording from the live, but this I didn't send to the course people because the course people, like, you get access to the lives, you get the New York's price watch list, you know, you get the exclusive student member Zoom calls and stuff like that. But the advanced play signal room is a little separate, so you don't get the signals, you know, but you get still all the other student benefits like the member group chat, and then the New York price watch list, and of course when we have the exclusive Zooms or the lives off YouTube outside of London session, you know, they get the link for that as well. But yeah, so we're just watching price right now. But again, we do got news popping off, so not expecting too much going on, especially with the indices and the USD pairs at least. Other currency pairs maybe might do the same, but we did miss that one entry. But besides that, all these other pairs are kind of retracing right now. So it's literally just that duo, the EA and GA, that we missed out on. But I know my analysis was correct. So there was a few things that happened there. One, I wasn't on the chart. I switched charts. Then not blaming you, because it's not your fault. It was my fault 100%. But I got sidetracked reading that comment, because I get a little passionate and I go off on tangents when I be talking. Again, my fault. And, you know, I was like, oh, let's go back to GA. And then literally, we probably missed that by literally 10 to 30 seconds. But that's how quick price moves sometimes. So we're simply just going to wait for retracement, because 8 times out of 10, price is going to retrace back. And if it doesn't retrace back, we're simply just going to meet price at the next entry point. That's simple. We've done this on stream multiple times with currency pairs and gold. Those that have been here know, but literally on live multiple times, I think I deleted them, but those that know. But literally a few times with gold, we missed the entry, waited for the retracement, literally on live, entered it on live, and then literally caught the same exact move, and then more pips. Same thing with currency pairs. So I'm not tripping too much about that, because price literally only does two things. It goes up or down. It goes up or down. That's all price does. So you just gotta determine if it's going to go up or down, and then meet price there. It looks like right now, price is trying to do some retracements, which again, have no issues with. I kind of want retracements to happen, especially with the JPY pairs, because I do want to trade them today, because why not? But they've been pumping literally all week, so I kind of want to see some retracement, especially before the news. And then it is Friday, so on Fridays they do like to, if possible, try to ruin your weekend if you don't move accordingly. They will try to ruin your weekend. But that's why we're just patiently waiting. We got to keep price levels marked off, and we're just going to be patiently waiting. So GA is retracing a little bit, so we're going to let it do its thing. Yeah, but I just look at it like, hey, at least I know my analysis was right. Let me show you GA so you see what I'm talking about. So yes, retracing. So we're going to let it retrace. I got a few price levels I have in my head that I want to see it retrace down to. But again, it broke past the highs to the left aggressively. I was not expecting that. That was a very strong candlestick right there. I mean, just look at these candlesticks compared to this one. This thing literally tore through and shot up like 30 pips. Which happens sometimes. You can't predict, you can't predict everything. You can kind of predict where you think price is going to go, but you can't predict how aggressively price is going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Yeah, it's hitting a level of traffic, so I'm gonna see if it's gonna retrace. But it's got a few levels of traffic that it ripped through also. We're gonna let it do its thing. Like I said, we're gonna wait for a retracement. And if it doesn't retrace to where I want it to, if I don't like where it retraced at, or if I'm not satisfied with the retracement, I'll simply just wait for the next entry point. Because it's gonna be more entry points. Because it's just London session. It's literally just the first hour. So we literally have all day to enter trades. Literally all day. EN still trying to make his mind up because this was just green. Hit that zone. Still struggling to break through that zone. So we're going to leave this alone. Going to wait for it to break out of this. I was going to say zone, but I didn't want to start rapping to y'all. So yeah, we're going to wait for EN to break out of the zone, either above this level here or below it, simply just because it's been ranging here for the past couple days. So I want to see it break out of this level, because I don't want to just play around like just play around in this level, like scalp wise. I don't really like to scalp like that. Now, some of my setups turn into scalps. Hey, that's a win. But for the most part, most of the setups are like, day trades, or like at least 3 hours, like 3 hour scalps. If you want to consider, I know some people would consider that a scalp. I've seen people consider 4 hours a scalp. I don't know. I guess, I guess 4 hours you can consider that. I don't know. That's a whole. I don't know. I don't really care though. All that technicalities. Yeah. So we literally see all these pairs are just retracing, which again is no problem. That's gonna work out for us regardless. But we have all these pairs retracing right now, so we're gonna just simply let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the markets at all times. And again, identifying these levels kind of helps make things a lot clearer. All right. Because you got things marked off, you got things identified, you got the chart split up and divided, and you know simply where price is potentially going to hit, right? We know where price is potentially going to hit simply by identifying these levels. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so while we're waiting, this is how we did yesterday. So EN, this was what we took yesterday. Well, not yesterday. What you call it? Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Tokyo session. EN buy TP10. I mean TP2 got hit. We caught 10 pips. EJ buy all TP. We entered that on live. All TPs hit. Caught 133 pips. GJ, we entered this one live also, but this was a members only play. All TPs hit. I gotta fix that. I always make slight errors and I always catch it the next day on stream. So let me fix that really quick because that was not during Tokyo session. That was during London session. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we caught like literally 80 pips. And I have to go to the channel, but it was not that long. We caught that in like, I want to say like 10 minutes maybe. Boom, you see the magic trick that got fixed. So let me actually go there to see actually how quick we caught that move. So I posted that at 4:36. The final TP got hit at 5:10. 5:10. So like literally like 40 minutes. 5:10, 4:30, 4:36. 36, 46, 56, 5:06. So yeah, like literally like 30, 35 minutes. We caught like 80 pips, which ain't bad. And then we took, why is this still here? I could have sworn I deleted this. That was for the GA setup, but literally we missed it. So it's all good. But then we took a gold sell, entered this one live, TP4 hit, we got 400 pips. And then we went over the US30 thing. SL got hit. Ended up, entered the trade a little too early. We entered it right here, hit our SL, retraced back up to the daily level right before market close. And then last night ended up hitting a couple TPs, and now it's just chilling here again. But yeah, so that was the first loss of the week, only loss of yesterday. So we ended yesterday 4-1, 15-1 for the week. Caught 623 pips for that day. Not a bad day. And then on Wednesday, this is how we did Wednesday. We caught 19,268 pips. We went 5-0. We took an EA buy. All TP said we caught 92 pips. EJ buy 234 pips. GN sell 42 pips. GJ buy 175 pips. CJ buy 125 pips. SPX buy 3,100 pips. Pretty sure we entered this live. I want to say we entered this live. We'll find out in a second. Then a NAS buy 15,500 pips. Yeah, we entered this live. Could have said 347. So everything's live. I mean, everything's documented in real time, all that good stuff. So that's how we did on Wednesday, I believe. Then on Tuesday, we went 3-0, caught 592 pips. Took an EA buy 51 pips, EJ buy 41 pips, gold sell 500 pips. And then on Monday, we went 3-0, caught 5,781 pips. Took an EA buy 71 pips, a NAS buy 5,700 pips, then an AN buy 10 pips. So that's what I'm talking about. We literally been in since Tuesday JPY pair buys, and we just been riding that wave. just been riding that wave. But it's been a great, actually, while we're doing it, I'm actually going to tally up this weekend because it's the last day of the quarter and the month. So I'm going to tally up how we did this month. And then, hold on. I'm going to tally up how we did this month, and then I'm going to tally up how we did this quarter. Now, that's going to be a little bit challenging. Not really. It's not going to be challenging. I just have to scroll. But it's just going to be kind of a little tedious because I post a lot of stuff in this channel, so I'm going to have to do a lot of scrolling. But it's not going to be hard. That's just me being lazy. But so yeah, I'm gonna show that in a second. I just want to go through these pairs really quick, make sure we're not missing another setup. But yeah, literally everything else, it's not where we want it. So if GN breaks above this level here, we can look at buys. But yeah, everything is just doing its thing right now. Only just that one pair that was at a good entry for us. But it is what it is. Yeah, so we're just letting all these other stuff for trades. We're going to be on for a little bit more, though. Just going to be chilling. Going to be answering questions, reading comments, interacting with y'all. All that good stuff. Let me see here. Do you teach how to make levels like your charts in the course? Yes, I teach everything in the course. Actually, I have a list. I have a list because of all the stuff that's in the course. I have the details of the course in the free Telegram also. I just haven't posted about the course at all this month. Just because that's not, I mean, it's going to help y'all out, but I'm not trying to be that guy. I'll let y'all know it's there. You click my link tree, it's there. I mention it on stream. So, those that are interested in it, but I'm not trying to shove it down everybody's throat. But let me see, when was the last time I posted it? Oh, I did post it in March. So we can scroll up a little bit. And again, I'm going to answer your question, but I don't know about y'all, but I'm a visual person. I like to see things. I like to see, feel, and touch things. I'm hands-on. So that's why I like to show y'all stuff too. And not just talk. Also, if y'all are interested in seeing student and member results, there are some posted in here, but a quick way to see some is just clicking this pinned message. I'll click that in a second, but that's literally going to send me up months into the past. So I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to show you this really quick. Not updated highlight, but the highlights of like the results is from when I first started the playbook, which was like 7 months ago, maybe. So it's still results. But if you want like newer results, just scroll through the Telegram, and I might post the updated highlight. I might post them on my story today. I get messages literally every day. I just don't post most of them, I might start doing that because I do have some updated, results and stuff like that. I just don't post it heavy. But here's the course. All right, so if you scroll up to the 11th, that's the most recent time in the free Telegram I posted the details of the course. It's currently 50% off. I'm in the middle of revamping it because there were a few audio issues on some of the videos. Like, I fixed my system, but for some reason it will sound clear if I'm while in the making, but like somehow, some way, from me moving the video from one thing to another, it made me sound like I'm underwater in some parts. So I am revamping it a little bit, but you can still hear it. It's just going to be some parts, it's going to sound a little distracting, but It's still it's not every part of the course, but I'm fixing some of those parts. Just been keeping it 100 with y'all, but it's still a lot of value in there. And when I'm fixing that, that's not going to change your access to it, because it's the course itself is on YouTube. So that's why I say it's computer and phone friendly. You can literally watch it anywhere. You're not going to find it on YouTube. You click my profile, it's private. So don't try to do that. But it is on YouTube. But you also get access to the student and member Zoom calls, like I said before. So when you purchase the course, it's kind of similar to if you purchase one-on-one session or the advanced play signal room. You're going to get a link that's going to pop up, and it's going to send you to a Telegram channel that's strictly for the course members. So in that channel, there's like 2 cheat sheets. Matter of fact, I'm going to the channel right now, so I'm not just saying stuff. All right, so I'm going to go into the course channel right now. So in the course channel, there's 2 pinned messages. Well, there's a few things, right? And you scroll to the top where your first pinned message is going to send you the link to the course, so you have access to the course. And the course is yours to keep for life. It's a one-time payment. It's yours to keep for life. And you know, when I have a lot of things, I have a lot of things in store, y'all. I have a lot of things in store, but those that are here early to it, y'all gonna have access to that stuff too. But I have a lot of things planned, not just for the course, but in general. But you know, we're not gonna get ahead of ourselves. So there's 2 cheat sheets in the course. So the first cheat sheet is the key times to look for setups and to enter trades. And I tell you the key times, literally to look for setups and enter trades. And that's all sessions. That's Tokyo, London, New York as well. All right. Literally every hour, because I trade every session. I'm on the charts. If it's Monday through Friday, I'm literally on the charts all day. I trade every session. I look at every time frame. I've noticed a lot of coincidences and a lot of things, and I point out all that stuff just to make things easier. All right. The members, y'all know what I'm talking about, and people in the course know as well, because we've been doing this before the course dropped, so y'all know what I'm talking about. So then the second cheat sheet is pairs that move the same and opposite. So I break down the pairs that move the same and the pairs that move opposite from each other. And then I'd say like the percentage, obviously it's not an accurate percentage, but you know, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, it would, you know, how accurate it will. But of course, you still have to do your proper chart analysis. But this will help you look for setups and jump into other setups. Like we see, like I do this on live all the time too, correlating pairs. Like a good example of that is the JPY pairs. Like yesterday, for example, I literally called all the JPY pairs flying. And what did they do yesterday? Well, I literally been calling it all week. But what have they done all week? This is NJ. NJ flew all week. Let's look at AJ and let's zoom out. What's this? This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. This is today. Flew all week. Let's look at GJ. Let's scroll down well, we don't need that level. Let's scroll down. This is Tuesday of this week. This is Friday. Flew all week. Obviously, EJ, we entered EJ yesterday in the members. We've literally been eating on EJ all week. So y'all personally know this is Tuesday. This is today. Literally flew all week. And, you know, so that's one example of pairs that move the same, right? And, you know, I say a few other things on stream every now and then, but I don't, you know, just be breaking it down. But like, you know, if we're looking for setups, I'll talk about it a little bit. But that's just one example of what's on the list. There's a bunch of things on the list, but that's just one example. So while we're talking, still go and scroll through these pairs. Let me not get too sidetracked. So yeah, it comes with a few cheat sheets, And then, of course, y'all, every day before New York session, I drop the New York price watch list and an in-depth breakdown of the trades we took during London session. And then you get an in-depth chart analysis. I go over key price points to look for entries, exits. I go over the levels, the key price levels for the day, all that good stuff. And I drop that literally every day, every day. So you get that. And then, like I said, you get access to the Zooms and the lives during Tokyo session and New York session, because we have lives during New York session, Tokyo session. Not every day, but when we do, y'all get links to that as well. So that's in the Telegram channel. So the course itself, right? The course itself, I have a list because I don't want to, because it's literally like just keeping it 100. There's literally so much stuff in there. I could talk about it for a while, and I'm not trying to run your ear off. So I have a list. So I'm going to go down the list because I'll make it a lot simpler. But let's pull this back up too, because I think the list is here. So that's what's inside of the exclusive Telegram channel for the course members. And then, of course, you get the access to student member group chat as well. But the course itself isn't just teach you how to trade Forex. It teaches you how to read charts. And I stress this because this strategy works on everything, right? It's not just a Forex strategy. It works on gold, obviously, works on indices, obviously. We caught a nice SPX buy this week, and then we caught nice SPX buys last week. So obviously it works on indices, and it obviously works on currency pairs. Even though we missed this GA buy, one, it showed the analysis was correct, and then also, I mean, if we just go back to in memory lane to last week, was literally calling buys all last week on this, and then obviously yesterday we took a EJ buy and a few other entries on live. So it works on currency pairs, but it also works on options, stocks, and crypto. So the course teaches you how to read the charts. So it's not just a Forex trading course. Of course, I go over my trading strategy from start to finish, from how to read the charts, how to mark up the levels, how to read candlesticks, how to use every time frame. I go over my buy and sell limit strategy. Obviously on stream, I don't in general, I don't really use these indicators, but I still give those indicators away. What else? I said I had a list. Let me go down the list. Not at the top of my head. And then of course you get exclusive trade breakdowns and content. So you guys get the New York price watch list, like the members in the advanced play signal room, but y'all also will get more in-depth stuff, like behind the scenes, like whether I'm talking about like multiple entries. That's also in the course too. I go over taking multiple entries. I go over scaling into trades. I go over risk management, how to calculate your lot size properly. Literally, I set you up for success on how to properly trade Forex, but I also teach you a skill that you can use in many different rounds, because this works on every time frame. So you can use this for long-term investments. You can use this for crypto investments, and you can use this, of course, to trade Forex. So that's basically a quick gist of what's in the course. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff in there, and like I said, I'm fixing a few things in there, but that's a quick breakdown of what's all in the course, and it's 50% off right now. Let me see. And what's up with the trade copier posted? Are they copying your trades? So no, how the trade copier works is, and again, I only recommend that. Like I said, I only recommend that for people that genuinely can't be on the charts at the times I trade, or have work or something like that. If you just want to sleep, or you're just trying to be lazy, don't take that the wrong way. Just keeping 1,000. That's not why I posted it for, because manually entering and managing your trades is always 100% going to be the best way. And that's what I put in that post as well, right? Whenever I posted it, I think I posted like a couple days ago. So let's see. Okay. But it's not just to do because it's convenient. No, if you are able to be up at this time, especially able to be in these streams, don't purchase this. It's not a need. All right. Don't be lazy. All right. You start being lazy, you're gonna start making mistakes. You're gonna start doing dumb stuff. Don't be lazy. This is simply strictly for people that literally they can't be on the charts. Like you have work or some responsibility that you can't be on the charts. If you just don't want to wake up at this time, I mean, you can use it for that reason too. But like honestly, like that's not a good excuse, to be honest. I mean, you make time for things you want, but that's a whole nother rant, and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings if I go that road. But again, like I said, here, manual trading is always the best. This is option for those that are busy during those times that you're able to be on the charts and their trades manually. All right, I'm not promoting this. I don't want, the commission that is strictly for people that can't be on the charts at this time, because I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like I said before, I started doing this full time. I was working 2 jobs. Granted, I was still on the charts trading stuff, but that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. Okay. I'm not going to tell people to do that while I work. I did that because I simply ain't care. Like I knew that this is what I was going to do. And this is what I wanted to do. I simply was just working because, can't be walking around broke. You feel me? But I literally knew this is what I wanted to do. So I did not really care like when I was at work. But I'm not telling y'all to do that because, some people will fire you for that. I was able to get away with it because I was still performing and doing my job. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna promote not doing your job while at work. But that's what I was doing. Like I was, doing my job, the bare minimum, but I was literally trading while at work. Like on the computer, I had trading view up. I was taking trades at work. I used to have a blender bottle with me, and literally every like 30 minutes, I'd fill that water up. So that was an excuse for me to check my phone, check the charts. Then like every hour, I had an excuse to go to the bathroom because I was drinking a lot of water. So while, quote, going to the bathroom, I'm pulling up charts, or, I'm entering trades, managing my trades. I was doing all crazy types of stuff. And this is when I was working 2 jobs too. So, it's definitely possible. But again, depending on your job, you might not be able to do that. And, some people are more strict than others, employers. So I don't, suggest doing that. So that's why I gave that option, because I understand, sometimes, and there's people from all over the world here, you know what I'm saying? So different time zones. So, I understand, but that's not, I'm not recommending or promoting that just to do it, you know what I'm saying? But how it works is you hook it up to whatever Telegram channel you want. And then when the trades are posted, it will automatically enter you in the trade. It's a little bit not complicated, but it's a little bit more to it. Like, if you put in what kind of risk you want to stand the third, blah, blah, blah. But that's pretty much how it works. And there's a bunch of reviews on YouTube on it, on Google, Reddit. I don't know if it's on Reddit, but Quora, one of those sites. There's literally reviews literally everywhere. So if you just look it up, you're gonna find reviews on YouTube. You're gonna find reviews on Google. You're gonna find reviews everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real company, it's legit, and all that stuff. But again, that's strictly for people that can't be on the charts. Because I have some people that literally they have work at this time, or they just got off work like 4 hours before I go live. And granted, I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit different, or stuff like that. So that's what that's for. But I'm not promoting that just simply to just to do it because it might be convenient for you or nothing like that. Because that's just going to build laziness and bad habits. Manual trading is the best way to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Hope that answers your question. But I just want to make that clear. All right, I'm just trying to make that clear. Again, like always, just keeping the 100 with y'all. And we're seeing literally a repeat of what happened yesterday with these touch and goes off these levels. Now, granted, on the 5 minute, it's not a touch and go, but I usually like to base my entries off the 15. That thing literally whipped hard. So we got a few minutes before the next 5 minute. That literally happened with all the JPY pairs. So we might pay attention to CJ. Let's go back to EJ too. EJ did that also. So yeah, we're gonna pay attention to CJ. And I kind of want to enter out here. I was going to enter here, but again, did that touch and go. And I'm simply just sticking to my rules. Again, there's nothing to, obviously it's still valid. It hits those levels. It's just one of my rules I have in place. I'm just going to keep it at that. And, when you have rules in place, just simply stick to your rules at all times if possible. Because you start breaking them one time, you're going to start breaking them 2 times. Then that 2 times is going to turn to 4 times. You know what I'm saying? You got the rules in place for a reason. So, whatever rules you got, whether, if I make this, once I make this amount, I'm done for the day. Or, I'm only entering X amount of trades a day, or, whatever your rules are, just stick to them because you made those rules for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So just stick to those rules. So yeah, we're just going to enter at these levels here, to simply put it. Yeah, so we didn't really get any action this stream, but it's all good. That's just a part of trading. You know what I mean? Granted, we did miss that one entry, but that was literally the only entry set up for right now. There's going to be more setups during New York, though. We literally got all day. We got news for the euros in an hour, and then at 8:30, we got Canadian and USD news. Then we got some orange folder at 10 and 9:45. But the main news I suggest paying attention to is at 8:30. EST, by the way, those on the stream, EST, Eastern Standard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be on here for a little bit longer, because I do want to pay attention to JPY pairs, because yeah, we missed that level, but there's literally a level right above it that we could possibly hop on. So new 15 just started. Nice 1 to 2. Let me see here. Yeah, but GA is just rubbing it in our face, but it happens. It's definitely not the first time. And granted, this time if we would have entered, we'd still be blue, but that one time, there's been plenty of other times where it's retraced before the push. And, if it would have retraced, would have been like, dang, I should have waited. So it's all good. I'm not tripping too much about that. Whether it was Monday, I'm really not tripping, because yesterday, all week was really great, to be honest. But even if it was Monday, the beginning of the week, I still wouldn't be tripping because it's Monday. Everything's about perspective. If it was Monday, I missed that entry, I wouldn't be tripping. Same thing, because we literally but this time, instead of just saying we literally got all day still, we literally got the whole week. And if it's Friday, I'm not tripping. Why? Because we've had a great week. Yesterday was a great day. And literally same thing, we still have the entire day to enter some trades. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very rare. It's not, it does happen, but it's super rare that it's going to be an entire day where there's no setups. If it's an entire day and there's no setups, 9 times out of 10 you miss some setups. But there are some days where there's like just strictly no setups, where there's a bunch of bank holidays, or if it's the last 2 months of the year. Scratch that. November. Oh my goodness. November is going to give me PTSD this year, because last November was so rough. Granted, we still was profitable, but oh my goodness, it was so choppy that month, especially when it was the week of Thanksgiving and the week before Thanksgiving. God, that shit, it was literally like watching paint dry on the charts. It was literally like watching paint dry. It was so bad. Obviously, I wasn't just staring at the charts. I got another monitor. I was watching anime or editing videos and stuff, but it was just like so. But that's literally the reality of trading. That's why I do these lives. And that's why I always be like, shout out to those that watched the entire stream or stayed here, especially on the slow days, because y'all getting some good mental reps in, because you might as well get used to it, because this is the reality of trading. You watch a video, a trade breakdown on YouTube, or even any of my trade breakdowns, which y'all should watch, because my trade breakdowns are fire. I break down everything from start to finish, transparent. So y'all should check out my trade breakdowns. But literally, like, even any other trade breakdown, you're just seeing the trade breakdown. You don't know how long they're waiting for that setup. Even scalpers, like, what I'm saying, scalpers can still wait a few hours for setups. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have patience. And especially it's kind of hard for people like us that come out the workforce, because you're so used to working for your money. So like you feel super unproductive sometimes if you're just sitting there. You're like, I should be doing something. I should be in a trade. Why am I in the trade yet? I should be making some money. I'm not working. I'm not making any money. But it's like, you are working. Waiting for setups is still working. That takes work. Being patient takes work, takes effort. It's all about mindset. It's all about mindset. You do not control the charts. You do not control the charts. The charts do not care about you. They don't care if you make money or lose money. They prefer you lose money, but they don't care either way. And we see price retracing on the JPY price, but they don't care either way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important to just patiently wait, because the market's going to do what it's going to do. And then you also got to think these are live currencies, live values, live. I can't think of another word. You get what I'm saying? So not every day or every second it's going to do a crazy move. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to keep it stable. That's why they use the news to do the big moves, because now they got an excuse to push price where they want to put it. Oh, because the news, I gave that piece of paper to that person to read, and it just magically made everything spike. No, that's not. But that's a different topic. That's a different topic for a different day. Oh man. Yeah, but we're gonna be on for a little bit longer. I'm not tripping too much. I'm gonna catch up to these comments. Just ready to win and make some money. I feel that. I feel that. Did you take any trades today? Oh, well, not today. Did you take any trades this week? I saw your name in the stream. I want to say like a couple days ago. I know we're in the streams a few times last week too. So I'm just curious. You take any trades this week? Just out of curiosity. But yeah, early bird gets the worm. So I 100% don't mind being up during London session and not taking any setups, because if we just simply think of any of the trades we took this week during London session, just imagine if you would have waited for New York session, you would have missed over half the setup. You know what I'm saying? You would have missed like half the setup, especially on these JPY pairs, especially the members. Y'all know, because again, we trade Tokyo sessions strictly for the members, and some of these JPY pairs we entered during Tokyo session. Not only did we ride the wave during Tokyo session, but we entered London session blue, then rode the wave during London session, then rode the wave into New York session. Then rinse and repeat it. So that's just literally the power of just these levels, honestly, and just noticing the coincidences in the market, and then really writing it down. That's a game changer for me. Like I got a what you call it? I got a composition notebook. Now I got notes in my phone too, but I got a composition notebook that I keep on my desk. And as I say that, it's not at my desk. But any other day, it's at my desk, especially on the weekends, the beginning of the week. And I read that thing literally. I used to do it every day, but most of the stuff's drilled in my head now. But I read that at least like before I start the week. Like I read that. It has all my notes in there. It has my game plan. And like me, like, I don't know, I talk to myself aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like my alarms and shit, like it'll be in all caps, like, you know, wake your ass up. It's time to get to work or some shit like that. So like in my book, it'll be like, you know, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, hey, stick to your rules. Don't be greedy. You're taking this amount of trades. Once this happens, do this. If this doesn't happen, do that. This is like, I literally have like the whole game plan down. And I just read that out every day until it's drilled in my head. You know what I'm saying? And I still read it. And I still keep it by me. If I don't read it, I have it next to me. And me just glancing at it, I just have like all the information just like, it's like just replaying in my head. So now I don't got to read it no more. But you have to take notes, you know. And that's coming from me. That's coming from someone that didn't take notes in school. That I'm not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about what I used to do in school. But that's coming from me. And those that know me personally in real life, they're going to be like, you telling me to take notes? That's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got to take notes. Once you notice something, write it down because you're going to see it again. I promise you. If you notice something on the charts, you're going to see it again. And I like CJ here. I like CJ here. It's just the first 5 minutes above here. So what we're not going to do is what we did with the EA pairs because those things are still flying up. So we're going to keep this right here. And I'm going to go to my other screen. And we're not going to make that same mistake again. But I'm telling you, that was a game changer. One of the biggest game changers was me calculating my lot size. Started calculating my lot size. And then the other big game changer for me was well, there was a few game changers. Identifying this strategy and these levels was one of the biggest ones, of course. But then also calculating the lot size, and then what you call it, all the coincidences I would notice, writing that shit down. All right, and then like literally just breaking it down. That's why I call this the playbook, because I literally got the playbook next to me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally the playbook. It's literally the play-by-play. It's the game plan. It's the cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it. But that's why I call this the playbook. You know, that's why I started calling this business the playbook, because it's literally what it is. It's literally the playbook right here. Yeah, so I'm looking at this. I got a certain number in my head. Once we hit or pass that number, we're going to enter. But we also have 4 minutes until this 15 closes. So we might just try to wait till that 15 closes. But we're going to switch and look at these pairs really quick. Really quick. Going to move that up. Yeah, so we're going to look for buys there. Yeah. Things are going to stay cracking. Yeah, so I don't enter out touch and goes. But again, this happened like 2 days ago too. I'm pretty sure it happened off JPY pairs also. But if I did, we'd be up right now. But not every time a level gets hit, it aggressively wicks and rejects like that. That's not an everyday thing. So again, sometimes if you break your rules, it might be valid, but you break your rules one time, you're going to do it 2 times. You do it 2 times, you're going to do it 4 times. So I have no problem holding off and waiting. But yeah, I'm looking at CJ and GJ right here. EJ is looking valid too, but I don't know. If I have options, there's certain pairs I would choose over others. So we're gonna look at I like EJ too. So, but we're gonna look at CJ, GJ. Let's see what these other pairs are doing. I think we're just gonna mess with CJ and GJ. I think that's gonna be the game plan. But we got a couple minutes for the next 15. So we're gonna keep that right there. We'll keep that right there. And it looks like GA is maybe trying to retrace for us. We'll see. We'll see if it'll do it for us. Yeah, so we're gonna keep the chart right there. So we're gonna look and see what this 15 looks like. If I like what I like, we might enter a buy. It did a little retracement for us. Hit the next level. Did a quick touch and go. The daily candlestick started here. Interesting. So the news is going to be interesting. I want to see it play off these levels. I don't want to see it come back down to this daily level. That just because I don't want to see it do that doesn't mean it won't do that. There's still a small chance it could do that. But ideally, I would like to not see it break and come down there. But it could do that before the news. But I like this right here. So we might be entering some trades this next 15. We might be entering. But we do have news. So I'm not going to, well, let me not say that because I do things a little bit differently than other people on news days. So I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. But you know, what I do, y'all find out. When I do what I do, y'all find out. 145.15. So that's all for this. I'm looking at about 145.15. It's about like a 50, 60 pip stop loss. Nothing too crazy. New 15 just started. So we're gonna see what this look like. All right, looks like it's trying to push up. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to push up. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, so we're gonna enter this. I just posted this trade, so I'm in this right here. And we're gonna see what it do. Let's see what it do. Let's see if we can catch some pips before New York. Let's see if we can catch some pips before New York. All right, so I'm in this right here. I'm about to post the TPs in the channel. I'm in this right here. This is probably the only thing I'm gonna enter right now. Of course, that can change because that's just what the markets do. The markets are always moving. Things can be different and literally just a candlestick, as we've seen on this stream. So yeah, so I'm gonna take a buy here. Like I said, I want to see it hold this level. If it doesn't hold this level, it might try to retrace down to the daily level before the news and the New York session. But if this can hold this level, this would be ideally the next best position for a buy, which is why we went for a buy here. We waited a good hour and some change for price to play at this level and push back up. So, that was another confirmation we looked for. So yeah, and it's a small stop loss, but like always, like the disclaimer says, I recommend risking 1 to 5%. I'm not gonna go all in on just one trade, but let me mark these TPs up really quick. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this do. So I'm typing the TPs up right now. So give me 1 second. All right, man. So there is one thing I just noticed. We hit the middle of the zone on GJ. Let's see what EJ is looking like. So we did hit the middle of the zone on GJ. We're at the middle of the zone on NJ as well. So a few of these other JPY pairs, we hit the middle of the zone. But CJ's on top of that. We're going to see if that's going to prove to be an issue or not. That could be a slight concern, but if it holds this level, it's going to keep pushing up regardless. So yeah, we're going to see what this do. So I just typed the TPs up. I'm risking about 5% on this trade. And we're about to see what it do. Yeah, this is probably the only trade I'm going to enter right now. I like the indices, but we're not going to enter those yet. We want to see US30s teasing us a little bit, but we're going to wait to see if we can break above that level. But those might be the only other things I enter. I want to enter gold too if possible. If it retraces back down here, we're going to see. So I am leaning towards gold buys if it can hold this level. Been taking sells all week. We can see it's failed to make new highs, but it's still holding slight bullish momentum. We can't really say the downtrend is going to begin until we break past really 1947 and break underneath that, to be honest. We're kind of just building a level of traffic here, so it's still bullish. So if it can hold this level, I'm going to look for buys. But if it breaks below, I might look for sells. But one thing to notice is all the days that were sells, it hit this daily level, but it's rejected and respected this level. And in the past 2 days, it's held above the 4-hour level. So that's why I'm kind of aiming for buys. But of course, when it retraces and hits this level, we're going to observe and see what it does and how it reacts to that level. And then we'll go from there. And the US30, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream and to the members yesterday, we're on a key price level. So I kind of want to wait to see how it reacts, because if it rejects this level, if it rejects this level, this is a key price level. So it could reject this level and then retrace to the downside. Now that doesn't mean it's going to be bearish again, but I can see this happening. Retracement here, or retracement here, and then possibly up. That's why I want to see if it doesn't break above this level, but ideally I want to see it break above this level. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to pull the trigger too quick on the indices today, simply because kind of like how it's been all week. Besides, the past couple of days, we went for buys. It's kind of just in the spot where it can go either way. I'm kind of leaning towards buys, but it could reject this level because, again, it's a strong support resistance level here. So it could reject this level, and we could look for possible sells here like we caught in the past. But we can't ignore how it's been slowly climbing up, showing some bullish momentum, which is why I'm leaning towards buys. But we just so happen to be at a super key price level where a rejection can happen, and we kind of see it rejecting it like it did yesterday here. But as you can see, this is all the daily candlestick, and we just hit TP1 while we're talking. Did I put that level correctly? Yeah, we just hit TP1. So go ahead and hit that like button. See, so I can go on my tangents after we're in trades. It's when we're outside of trades, looking for trades, that I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing was literally red when I switched off of it, which is why I was like, okay, let me start talking because it's doing this thing right now. And literally in like 30 seconds or a minute, that thing's green and we're nice and blue right now. So let's see what GJ's looking like. Yeah, so if GJ can hold this level, I might jump in on this too. Just to catch some pips before New York, before the choppiness of pre-market starts, before the news, because that's just what market likes to do. You said yes last Friday they went red EU, I think. Yeah. GBC, yeah, we took an L on GC last week. Matter of fact, we haven't looked at GC at all. I took all my Canadian pairs off simply because we were catching nice buys on them, but it just was failing to make that new high, and we went for it twice. And after didn't do it that second time, I was like, all right, we're going to just hop off of it. It's not ready to do that move yet. So we're just going to hop off of that, and we're going to focus on pairs that have clean looking setups. And as we can see here, that thing rejected to the downside. So let's go to the daily just to see what's going on out of curiosity. Simply out of curiosity. Yeah, so the downtrend is beginning. So that's why it was failing to make a new high. We're catching this uptrend. And again, this was a key price level because we went over this on stream. We're like, this is the last time price hit here. We saw the downtrend begin. So we could potentially see that happen again. But we saw price was trying. We saw this rejection wick here. But as you can see, literally touched here, then dropped down. So we're literally seeing a repeat of here, which is why I always tell y'all price repeats itself all the time. You look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present, what's potentially going to happen in the future. And if y'all go to that stream, I'm pretty sure it was last Thursday or last Friday, I talked about this on stream. Could have even been last Wednesday. Those that was on stream know about it. And it's literally doing that. So, like I always say also, if a trade goes your way, know why it went your way. If it doesn't go your way, know why it didn't go your way. All right. You should never just lose a trade and just be frustrated, or win a trade and just be happy. You need to know why it went your way and why it didn't go your way. Always taking notes and always adjusting. Now that thing, let me pull up my broker, my handy dandy broker, and see if we hit that level. Because it looks like we might have tapped it, but I can't tell. So let me pull out my thing. No, we missed it by a pip. So we missed TP2 by a pip. But y'all should still be blue on y'all screens. So gold still retracing. And yeah, it took a little while, but again, we missed that entry. Guess what? We just patiently waited for another setup while I was waiting for that pair to retrace. And yeah, now we're making some money. So let's just go ahead and put this back up. I might pull the Canadian pairs back up next week, because it looks like some possible good setups are coming into fruition. So this thing is slightly retracing. It's at a decent entry. It's not at the perfect entry, but this thing did retrace. And we see it's rejecting right now. So the thing did retrace. It's a little bit higher. It could push back up. But we're in this one. So we're just going to focus on this right now, because we're nice and blue on this. And we just hit another TP. All right, it's that simple, y'all. Y'all miss an entry, just wait for a retracement. If it doesn't retrace, that's why you have other setups. That's why I say you should have at least 4 pairs to look at. You know, some people say 1, I say 4. All right. Doesn't mean you have to enter all 4. But if you miss an entry on one, or there's just simply not an entry at that time, there's got to be an entry on at least one of those other pairs. And if not, you just patiently wait. It's that simple. Yeah, but making some money now. All right, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all should see at the bottom of y'all screen at Playmaker_way. TikTok's Playmaker Way. I post daily on both channels. All right. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post that stuff on Instagram. But I post on both channels. And if you want to contact me directly, you can hit me up on Instagram. I respond to all DMs within the day. You catch me at a good time, I can respond within 5 minutes to an hour. But I always respond within the day, within at least the end of the day. My time, that is. But you know, within 24 hours for sure. So yeah, make sure to follow me on those. I'm a content director. Also, make sure to join that first link in the description, join the free Telegram. All right, the TPs for this trade are in the free Telegram. All right, I posted it in here. You see how many people viewed and entered this trade so far. You see the reactions, right? So you want the TPs and to be notified when the other TPs get hit, and or for when I enter any other trades, join that free Telegram. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We went over the indices, went over gold, went over the JPY pairs, went over GA. Yeah, see, that thing's retracing. So see, it's right back at our entry. So now that it's back here, all we're going to do is it's a new 15 coincidentally. So we're going to see if, you know, it's going to turn green on us and try to push back up, because we're kind of at a perfect entry right here. So we want to see if it's going to turn green. And while we're doing that, let's look and see. Okay, that's what EA is looking like. So we're going to see if that's going to turn green, or it's going to retrace some more. The see, it did eventually end up retracing. So we can potentially get another entry on this, or get an entry on this, because we missed the initial entry. But we're going to let that do its thing for now. We're just going to focus on the trade we're currently in. Again, make sure to read the disclaimer. All right, I post the disclaimer before every trade, before the first trade. I post it every day. Make sure to read that disclaimer. It explains how the TPs work and how you should really go about trading in general. All right, so make sure to check that out. 500 subscriber giveaway. Gonna be doing that next month. I don't know what day. Might be the second week of the month. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out when I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna be live when I do it. I already have a bunch of people that have submitted for the raffle. So if you're interested in that, I posted the details of the giveaway yesterday. So you just scroll up to yesterday right here where it says huge giveaway. Shows you all the details. It's going to be 5 winners. 3 winners are going to be members. 2 is going to be open for everybody. Giving away courses, one-on-one sessions, access to the advanced play sitting room, all that good stuff. All you have to do to be eligible is 3 things. Be subscribed to the channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, which is at the bottom of your screen, and then DM me on Instagram or Telegram. Screenshots of all 3, proof of all 3, and you'll be added to the list. And then we're going to do the raffle or whatever live. And yeah, we're going to be pulling the winners live and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to submit that stuff. All right, but next week I will have a date for that. All right, but I just want to give everybody a chance to submit that stuff if they are interested in that. So let's go back to GA. Yeah, that thing retraced. EA is retracing as well. So yeah, we're going to see how this does. We're going to see what the next couple candlesticks look like and see if it's going to push back up or not. But yeah, we're not going to enter that. We're going to let that do its thing. We're in this trade right now. Pretty good. EJ broke above this level also. So we're going to pay attention to EJ. See if we can add another position. My bad, y'all. All right, so I'm about to hop off. All right. If y'all missed the beginning of the stream, I broke down, the indices and all that good stuff. I'm going to catch up to these comments. But we only took 1 trade. We missed an entry on another trade, so it could have been 2-0 for the day and for the stream, but it is all good. Jesse True. All right, so I'm a little late to that, so I hope you did enter. But yeah, so if I say like, all right, I'm in this trade, or I enter this trade, and if I say that like at least 3 times, that means I'm in the trade. Now, sometimes I just be thinking out loud, but if I say it like 3 times in a row, like, okay, I'm in this trade. Now, granted, usually if I say that, especially on stream, I'm in it, but I do think out loud sometimes, especially when I'm on the charts. So I try to catch myself on stream. But if I say it 3 times in a row, and usually like I'll say it multiple times if I'm in the trade, like, all right, I'm in this trade. And especially if you hear me say, okay, I'm typing the TPs up now, or if I say, I posted in the Telegram, do enter. I'm responding to this about 10 minutes late, so I hope you did enter. But if not, make sure to hit that first link in the free Telegram, because I post into the trade on the Telegram. So that's one way to find out also. All right, y'all. But I'm going to see y'all next week. Same time, Monday through Friday, London session 3 a.m. EST. I hope y'all enjoy y'all's weekend.